One of the fastest ways to get burned out with automation is to pick tools before you understand the system they belong to. There are dozens of automation platforms on the market, and most business owners jump straight to whatever name they recognize. That's backwards. I'm Francis Irving, and in this video, I want to help you think clearly about automation systems, not brands. I'll walk through the major categories most small businesses actually use, name a few familiar examples in each, and then show you how to choose without locking yourself into anything. This is about thinking, not buying. Let's start by zooming out. In practice, most businesses end up working with 6 automation system categories. First are connector-based systems. These tools exist to move information between apps quickly and reliably. Examples most people recognize are Zapier and Make. Others include If This Then That at the lighter end of the spectrum. These systems are popular because they're visual, fast to set up, and don't require technical knowledge. They're often the first place businesses start. Second are native platform automations. These live inside tools you already use every day. Examples include Google Workspace with Gemini, Microsoft Power Automate with Copilot, Notion automations, and Airtable automations. These systems are powerful because your data never really leaves the platform. If most of your work already lives in one ecosystem, native automation can be simpler and more stable than adding another layer. Third are content and marketing automation systems. These are designed to repurpose, schedule, and distribute content. Examples here include tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, Metricool, and even native schedulers inside platforms like LinkedIn or YouTube. These systems are less about operations and more about visibility. They don't usually replace connector tools, but they often work alongside them. Fourth are CRM-driven automation systems. These center automation around leads, customers, and revenue events. Examples include HubSpot workflows, Salesforce automations, and ActiveCampaign automations. In these systems, automation is tied to customer stages, follow-ups, and decision points. If your business lives or dies by lead management, automation often belongs closer to your CRM than your inbox. Fifth are open source or self-hosted systems. These give you maximum control, but they also require ownership. A common example here is N8N, which lets you host your own automation engine. These systems are powerful, flexible, and cost-effective at scale, but they require technical comfort or support. They are not better. They are simply a different trade-off. Finally, there are custom-built automations. This is where logic is written specifically for your business, often using code or serverless functions. Most small businesses don't need this early on, but it's important to know it exists so you don't design yourself into a corner. Now let's ground this with 2 familiar reference points, Zapier and Make. If you watched last week's video, you saw how tools like these can be used for something simple, like automating your inbox. What matters here is not which one you choose. What matters is what they represent. Zapier is a good example of a connector system optimized for speed. Make is a good example of a connector system optimized for logic. Neither is better. They sit in the same category, but serve different operating styles. This leads to the first real decision you need to make: where automation should live in your business. If most of your work flows through email and a handful of apps, connector-based systems make sense. If most of your work lives inside a single platform, native automation may actually be the smarter choice. If your revenue depends on tracking leads and follow-ups, automation may belong closer to your CRM. The mistake is assuming one tool should do everything. The second decision is how much logic you actually need. Simple automations are resilient. Complex automations are fragile. If your system needs to branch, check conditions, and make decisions, complexity might be justified. If not, simplicity usually wins over time. The third decision is ownership. Every automation needs an owner, whether that's you or a system designed to require almost no attention. If an automation breaks and you don't know where to look, that's a design problem, not a tool problem. Good automation systems are understandable by the people who rely on them. Here's the key takeaway. Automation is not about choosing the best platform. It's about choosing the system that matches how your business already thinks and operates. Tools change. Systems last. If you understand that, you'll never feel locked in, and automation will work for you instead of against you. If you want more breakdowns like this, where we focus on thinking clearly instead of chasing tools, subscribe to the channel. This is Small Biz AI Guide, systems that work without constant supervision.